Today we've got the Borealis Estoril GMT. This was a watch that was released back in 2023, back when the new Miyota 9075 True GMT movement was out to market, and all the micro brands were just rushing to get this movement into their watches. It was a game changer at the time. This was basically an homage to the old Omega Seamaster 300. They came in a bunch of different colorways, and each colorway had two dial variants. Now, the one we have today is the one with the big triangle at the 12 o'clock, but no date. The other dial variant had no big triangle, but it had a cutout for the date. So this watch technically has a ghost date position. It's still got the date wheel in there, but it just doesn't show. I picked this dial variant just because it looks cleaner without the date. So the watch measures 41.5 mil across. You've got a 13.5 mil thickness to the top of the dome sapphire crystal, 47 mil lug to lug, and you've got a 20 mil lug width on a presidential style bracelet that doesn't taper down. You've got 300 meters of water resistance, and you've got flat sapphire crystal on the bezel. And it also features a bi-directional bezel. So this bezel has ball bearings inside, which means the action is very smooth, and it is 96 clicks, which, to put into perspective, the Rolex GMT Master 2 only has 48 clicks. So this is a more accurate bezel than the Rolex GMT Master. Now, I mentioned that this 9075 movement was a game changer back then, and it still is now. And the reason why is because it is a true GMT, meaning that when you travel to another time zone, say you're 2 hours ahead, you can easily just flick your home hour hand to just quickly set the time. This is known as a true GMT. And now we have another watch with a cooler GMT where in the same position, it actually alters the GMT hand. So to set the GMT hand on this watch, you've just got to bring out to the furthest position, set it to the time that you want the GMT hand to be in, say 1600 hours, and then go back to your first position to set your hour hand, and then correct it back to, the normal hours that you want. That's the difference. Here is that BGW9. As you can see, it is extremely bright. Guaranteed to last all night. Here's what it looks like on my wrist. I don't have the biggest wrist. This is actually one of the big watches in my collection, but somehow it works very well, so I'm happy with that. I've had this watch for 3 years, and it's held up pretty well. All the polished surfaces, you'll get scratches on it. I haven't babied this watch at all, and it's taken a pretty good beating, as you can see on the clasp. So I bought it for $700 at the time. They had like a pre-order special. I think it's extremely good value for money. They haven't cheaped out anywhere from the movement to the build quality. For cheaper watches, you might not even get like the on the fly adjust. You might get stamped end links that aren't solid. They might cheap out on the glass, but there's just nothing to fault here. It's just a very good watch for the money, and it's just a very good watch in general. They're currently sold out on the website. I don't know if they have restocked, if they will, but if you can find it on the secondary market, I would highly recommend you guys picking up one of these. Thanks for watching.